again today. We are flying from Dallas Love Field over to Houston Hobby. Pretty short flights, about 45 minutes, and then we're gonna jump back to North Texas to DFW, city of Dallas there. Um, so a couple short flights this evening. Just want to get some flying in before we go back to work this week. So um, looking forward to a fun day, or I guess evening of flying in the Zebo 737 to start things out here southwest out of Love Field, um, their main hub and their headquarters actually. So um, yeah, looking forward to some good flights. Weather looks good in the Dallas Fort Worth area, so should be a pretty fun and eventful evening, hopefully. Well, I guess in terms of aviation, uneventful. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and jump on in here, get everything started. We are cold and dark as usual. Let me get my sim brief pulled up here real quick. Cool. Make sure my Navigraph is good to go here. All right, sorry about that. All right, so let's get everything flipped on here. Battery, standby power is already on. Emergency lights. Go ahead and flip ground power. And we're gonna go up top. Go ahead and start aligning the IRSs. That do its thing. Get some panel lights going. Really shouldn't need the floodlights. All right, go here. Start the flight leg. Dallas Love. Airport information. And we do have controllers on. Fort Worth Center is on for the time being. Oops, that's not the chart that I wanted. Yep. The IRS is going here. Get out to Houston. Today we are flights Southwest 7488. Plug you in. Alright, perfect.
Guys, the leader's on board.
Alright. We need to load up people and gas. Let's go here. Probably want to turn some lights on. Steady logo. Hydro pumps. Go ahead and start the APU. Alright, so fuel we need 7053. We'll just round up. Alright, so our zero fuel we need to be 59.6. So we need to add 12.6. It's gonna be 18.2. 59.6. Takeoff weight 66.7. Close enough. CG looks good. For our routing, we are Curlo 4. departure, Curlow 4. Let's pull up the VTARs. So the winds are going to favor 3-1 for sure. 320-21, gusting 30. So the winds be bitchin'. So yeah, we're gonna probably do a 3-1 right departure. It is the shorter of the two runways, so we need to take that into consideration with the winds and everything like that. We may not derate this takeoff. In fact, I don't think we're going to. I think we may just go full toga on the takeoff. Alright, so here with the routes. Go ahead and load all that in real quick. And reserves, we'll just do 2 cost index. Get my scroll wheel to work. 54. And a cruise 290. IC deviations 10. Oh. $294.66 on the winds. Execute that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that at we're gonna keep it at 98% and 1 on the takeoff. I'm not gonna derate because we got a pretty strong headwind. All right, we gotta get all. Let's get our clearance real quick. So it should be. Have ATIS up. Let's go ahead and tune to Fort Worth Center. We should be 3517. Why would I go that way? Fort Worth Center, good evening. Southwest 7488, IFR to Houston, please.
Southwest 7488, clear to Houston Hobby Airport, Curlow 4 departure, over transition that is filed, climb via SID Squawk 2272.
I cleared Houston Hobby, Curlow 4 departure, over transition, then is filed. Climb via SID, Squawk 2272, Southwest 7488.
Southwest 7488, you're back correct.
Alright. 2272.
Delta 983, leaving my airspace to the west. Albuquerque Center is offline. Radar service is terminated for exchange crew. Good day.
Exchange crew 983, have a good night. See ya.
Transition, like I said, we're gonna take 3-1 right. Execute. Over. We're gonna go straight into the arrival actually, so we'll go into the kids 3, Neil transition. Let's pull weather up for Houston. Okay, Houston winds 32013, just slight, same direction, just less power than where we're at now. Let's check our charts here for Houston. Airports. What am I looking for? So we're gonna go 3-1 left, 100%. And then our arrival is the kids. 3. But 3-1 left is gonna be our runway. ILS 3-1 left. That's looking to be on. Activate U. Alright, let's go to our legs page. Clear the discontinuity. And we'll just double check everything on the charts to make sure everything is good. Dorset, Hayes 46. Huh, interesting. I don't see Dorset on here. Interesting. It says vector there. Why would I be on a vector on an RNAV departure? Oh, because we're taking off 3-1, that's why. Duh. Yeah, so 3-1. Yeah, it's going to be climb heading 313. Yeah, and then it'll be radar vectors to Hayes. Okay. My fault. I forgot we were taking off facing north. Or northwest, rather. So we're going to go out here, and then he's going to vector us around to Hayes, because we're not going to take off with that tailwind. Okay, perfect. Everything else should be good here. Everything else looks good. Let's double check our Houston charts real quick. It's coming from Neil. 0, Eber 20, Case 190, Snippy 12,000. Yep. Alright. We'll go flaps 5 degrees. CG 4.76. Alright, about there. Okay. So those are V speeds here. 134, 136, 146. Go up here. Put it at 161. Flight vectors can come on. And let me pull our charts up again here real quick just to double check. So the heading we want to be on, departure 313. Oh, wrong way. And we're going to climb via the SID, so that's going to put us at 3,000.
Forward center, Lear 615, Hotel Bravo, intersection, flat.
We'll just arm VNAV.
Lear just called forward center. Can you say your call sign again? November 615, Hotel Bravo.
Okay. Pre-flight is complete. Let's get these people strapped in here. Where's my...
Lear 615, Hotel Bravo, forward center. What can I do for you? Flight level 40 inbound to Oklahoma City.
Please make sure you're in your seat with your seatbelt securely fastened until he does turn that fasten seatbelt sign off and we get to the
Lear 615, Hotel Bravo, squawk 2356. 2356, 5 Hotel Bravo.
And everything else up here looks okie day to me.
Clear 5 Hotel Bravo. Radar contact flight level 400, 60 miles south of Cedar Creek 3OR. Welcome aboard.
Alright, so let's get our pushback going here. What my ground service is.
American 85.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Send me the Joven 4 arrival. The DFW altimeter is 3012.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Perfect. Get the course knobs here just in case.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
American 85 Heavy forward center at pilot discretion. Descend to Joven 4 arrival. The DFW altimeter is 3012. That was American 85 just trying to call me. I'm getting no voice, just static.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected. Bypass pins inserted. Go until the parking brake when you're ready to go.
What the hell is all that? We gotta lose the gate here. I gotta do this first.
Mary Zulu Romeo forward center.
Yes, flight level 320, I would like to pick up our iPod Oklahoma City.
Premier 18 Zulu Romeo forward center, squawk 2360.
2360, Premier 3. Premier 18 Zulu Romeo.
Air Wings 15, Department of Airspace in the southeast. Eastern Center is offline, radar service, terminate, please change route.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
And we're on our way back. Go ahead and
Premier 8 Zulu Romeo, radar contact at Shiny Flight Level 330, Gooch Springs 3OR.
engine 2 to ground.
Hey, Zulu Romeo, copy.
American 85 Heavy forward center. American 85 Heavy, I'm still getting static and no voice.
Alright, fuel. EGT rising. Four 45 is good. And one will stabilize right there.
American Ghost 20, leaving flight over 240, descending via Bearer 1 arrival.
What the hell, man? Engine 1 ground.
American 1220, thank you.
Rip my fucking ears, man.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Center 18 Zulu Romeo, would like
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Flight level 340.
stable.
Rear 80 Romeo 1, maintain flight level 340.
I gotta get my
Flight
altimeter in.
level 340 and Delta Romeo.
Alright, perfect. Yeah, he should be disconnecting. Auto brakes, RTO.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Flaps 5.
Regulations. Also require.
Do a quick flight controls check. Full back.
Forward center, American 85 Heavy.
Full right. Full left.
American 85 Heavy, forward center, left.
Back rudder. Left rudder.
Thank you.
Okay, should be good to go there. We go to our Lex page right here. Going to flip our engines on. AP can come off. Taxi lights, runway turn-offs. Engine bleeds. Everything switches to auto. Probe heats. Gen 1 over. And light. Strobe lights. I guess the pin disappeared already. Okay, guess we'll assume that the pin is good. Right, flaps figure themselves out. All right. All right, let's call him up, get our taxi clearance here. And forward center, Southwest 7488, ready for taxi, looking for 31 right.
Southwest 7488, runway 31 right, taxi via Bravo.
T1 white via Bravo, Southwest 7048. Easy peasy. Alright, quick configuration check. Checked. Brakes check. Recall checked. Starters continuous. I think we're gonna go. Oh, we need to. Oh, I guess I should figure out which way I'm going. Yeah, that's Bravo. I'll just join Bravo right here. It's fine. No big deal. MBD. So clear on both sides. Wait, am I on Bravo? Yeah, it's Bravo. Okay. I thought it was on Mike for a second. Go to arm auto throttles. Alright, so takeoff briefing, we will reject takeoff if anything comes up, any warnings below 80 knots. After 80 knots and in between V1, we will only reject takeoff if there is engine failure or any sort of flight control failure. And of course, once we're at V1, we will go airborne. If anything happens at that point, we'll declare an emergency and loop it back around to Love Field. It's just going to take this all the way to the end.
Delta 222, squawk 2221.
221 for Delta 222.
before takeoff checklist. Brake set RTO, flap set 5 indicated green. And altimeter is set. And everything else should be good to go here.
American 85 plan the visual runway 36 left approach.
Okay, we'll expect a visual for 36 left, American 85 heavy.
American 1220 plan the visual runway 35 center approach.
Fire, expecting official for 35 center, American 1220.
That's so loud.
Unit 514 forward center, welcome forward, flight maintain level 370. Delta 222 radar contact about 40 miles west of the Will Rogers VOR, flight level 340, welcome forward.
Center Southwest 7488, short 31 right, ready to go.
Southwest 7488 on departure, flight heading 360, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff, 132018, destination 26.
360 on departure, clear for takeoff, 31 right, Southwest 7488. Alright, park and brake off. Lights on, taxi lights off. Wing light on.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
And clear right. Don't know why I did that. Clear left.
Intentional for aircraft on frequency 4 is going to be closing at 0030 Zulu.
He's getting off here in about 20 minutes or so. Alright. Engine stable. Toga. Clock started. Those are the flaps, we're ignoring that.
$80 knots.
80 knots cross checks.
V1, rotate.
Rotates.
Positive rate.
Gear going up. Degrees.
400.
Go 360. Just a little bit.
1000.
Trim it out.
$1,000 to go.
$2,500.
Flaps clean. And we're gonna chill here at 3,000 until he gives us further instructions. Center Southwest 7488 at 3,000 feet.
Southwest 7488, full center, radar contact, turn right, see direct Dorset, join the departure.
Direct Dorset and join the departure, Southwest 7488.
Southwest 7488, climb maintain, flight level 290.
Flight level 290, Southwest 7488.
American 85, turn right heading 360, or turn right heading 180, descend and maintain 8,000.
Now we gotta go clear.
All right, the 180,
I don't have door set on.
and maintain
It's late,
8,000, American 85 Heavy.
Where's my departure plate? We're just gonna go direct haze. Nav. It's a VNAV. We are shooting up like a rocket right now. Alright, it's a little bit more reasonable. And we're clear to 290. Winds are kicking us around a little bit. Stars, go back to auto. He said join departure, and then he said clear direct haze, so I'm assuming he was just kind of correcting himself.
Number 615, Hotel Bravo at pilot's discretion, descend via the TID 3 arrival, Oklahoma City landing north.
That's 10,000 feet. Landing lights come off. There's downtown Dallas down there. There's Love Field.
At this time, you may use your portable electronic devices to do memory and self-testing. Stay in the on position until we land in Los Angeles.
American 85 Heavy, descend and maintain 3,000.
Seatbelt sign is on. You must
3,000,
remain in your
American
seat with
85
your
Heavy.
seatbelt sign.
So new weather coming in. So we got traffic below us there and above us here. Obviously there's no obstacle, but it's always nice to know where they're at.
Fort Worth City, United 2020. Do you have a HUD radar? We just departed Houston about 20 minutes ago.
Aircraft calling ident.
United 2020, we got...
United 2024, center squawk 2306.
2306, United 2020.
Alright, so we're back
United
on,
2020, radar contact about 25
back on path here.
VOR level 280.
A little bit of a hairy departure, nothing crazy. It's just the VNAV freaked out a little bit. Anytime you go into level change mode, Zebo likes to misbehave a little bit.
Delta 222 forward. Alpha centers offline radar service terminate for exchange group.
Roger that. Thanks for the services, Delta 222.
FedEx 985 Heavy C with you, Africa Center's offline, radar service, terminate for exchange approved.
Roger, FedEx 985, thanks
Did the fuel not load in?
Net.
Oh shit. Dude, I don't think I got the fuel in.
Pacific 2956
could be a
Houston
problem.
Center's offline, radar
I
service.
forgot
terminate
that,
for
like, when you
exchange
put the fuel in, it
Emergency change
doesn't,
approved for
you
Pacific
have to call the fuel
2956,
truck.
transfer the 1 ADC, see you.
Oh, snap.
American 85 Heavy, turn left heading 090.
Well, we're about to find a way to make
090,
this happen.
American 85 Heavy.
American 1220, descend and maintain 6000, turn left heading 300.
Left 300 and down to 6000, American 1220.
Dude, his
American
mic is
85 Heavy, when you roll out the airport, it's going to be at your 9 to 10 o'clock in about 20 miles forward site.
Roger, will be.
American 85 Heavy, continue your left turn, fly heading 030.
030, American 85 Heavy.
I may be able to cheat and put more fuel in the air. I don't know if that's going to break the plane, though. I completely forgot to call the fuel truck. I thought I'm so used to just loading the fuel in automatically. Guess we'll find out. I can stop our climb. I'm gonna see if we can top off at 25,000. Fort Worth Center, Southwest 7488, requesting to level off at 25,000 if possible.
Southwest 7488, fly maintain flight 250.
250, 7488. Alright, that way we don't have to, saves us some fuel. Optimum that.
American 85, do you have a field in sight?
I do not yet.
American 85, return left heading, fly for the
1,000 to go.
36 left over.
Okay, we'll join that 36 left localizer, American 85 Heavy.
American 1220, turn left heading 270.
Left 270, American 1220.
That might be the worst mic I've ever heard. So leveling off there, engines will roll back here slightly.
4 Center, Cessna 65 Lima on the ground at Longview, flying to Shreveport, Louisiana, requesting VFR flight following taxi.
What's our current speed? I'd like to get us...
November 6065 Lima, unfortunately, I'm about to get off. You can monitor the eyes really good evening.
Roger, over, you come out, green 9, Cessna 65.
Yeah, why isn't the speed increasing? Let's just take it to... knock this off. Alright. I'm gonna burn a little bit more fuel, but I want to actually get there quicker.
And American 85 Heavy has field in sight.
American 85 Heavy, clear to visual approach, runway 36.
Alright, clear visual, 36 left, American 85 Heavy.
American 1220, continue descent, descend and maintain 3000.
Should have checked the fuel.
Another 3000, American 1220.
Part of the pre-start checklist, and I didn't do it. I think we'll be fine.
American 1220, the DSO airport is at your 2 to 3 o'clock in 15 miles from where this site.
We're looking for the airport, American 1220.
Dude, I wish there was a way to mute individual users, because that's
American
awful.
85 Heavy, runway 36 left, clear to land, the wind 30011.
See if we can...
Alright, clear to land, 36 left, American 85 Heavy, good night.
Yeah, the minute minimum takeoff fuel should have been 68.26. So the actual trip takes 23.28, which we have way more than right now. We got well over 3,000, almost 3,500. So I think we'll be fine as long as we don't have a go around.
Premier
Have
8,
to go to an
Romeo
alternate
1 pilot,
port, then
discretion descend to the
we'll be
arrival,
fine.
Oak City landing north.
It's just cutting it close. And in real life, we would turn around, but we're in a sim.
American at 1220, turn right heading 330.
Right, 330, American 1220.
American 1220, join the 35 center localizer.
Affirmative, American 1220.
We're going to descend here in
American
like 60
1220,
miles.
report at
So
your
not too
12
worried
to
about it.
1 o'clock in 10 miles report in sight.
American 1220 with the airport inside.
American 1220, fluid visual approach, runway 35 center.
Clear for the visual 35 center, American 1220.
American 1220 to wing 300 at 11, runway 35 center for the land.
Clear to land 35 center, American 1220.
Dude, that mic of his, man, it's so bad.
Southwest 7488 at pilot's discretion, descend to the kids 3 arrival.
My discretion, kids 3, Southwest 7448.
Southwest 7488, Houston Center's offline radar service, terminating free exchange crew today.
Alright, over to advisory, Southwest 7488. Thanks for the help today.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll go.
Number 615, Hotel Bravo. The last weather reported at Oklahoma City was a...
Hey, boy, Wapo, how's it going, man? We're going to Houston right now. It's a short trip, Dallas to Houston. We're start descending here in about 60 miles, so just a few minutes, and we'll start our way down. Do some short flights today. So let's take a look at our departures, or our arrival. So we're coming in from Neal, so we're just going to follow this path here. And we're going to loop around. We're going to hit 31 right, which is going to be facing northwest. So we're going to be landing this way. So our bottom out altitude is 6,000. So we're just going to plug that in. Keep a close eye on the fuel, but like I said, by my math, we should be fine. We just can't afford to go around or a diversion. Yeah, so not a crazy approach. We're gonna have to go around the airport instead of coming straight in. We'll go around just because of the winds. Hit these waypoints here, and then we'll hit the arrival onto 3-1 left. And we'll hit Ray J actually, so we're not gonna hit Ma. We're gonna go Ray J or RJ. Vector ourselves in, as we do not have Houston Center online. And Fort Worth Center is getting off, so we probably won't have ATC the rest of the evening, since we're just gonna doing a quick turnaround straight back into Dallas for the second and final flight. And Houston Hobby. This is crazy. It's a small airport, but they've got a ton of runways. Most of your smaller airports, it's just two parallels, but they got them going perpendicular to one another as well. So we'll land 3-1 left, and then taxi out to the right and straight to the terminal. See if I can't get the coveted buttered landing. Winds, however, may not be cooperative. Just kind of depends on the winds. We had that nasty crosswind into Washington the other day that we had to deal with. I am awful at crosswind landing, so I mean it's almost a direct headwind, so it shouldn't be too bad. Still 320-10. Visibility's good, everything's good, just not too bad. 10 mile-an-hour winds are nothing though. So we're going to be descending here pretty soon, here in the next 15 miles or so. The plane should do it on its own. Just monitor things, make sure it does it properly. Our ILS information plugged into the ILS for 3-1 left, 111.3. Plug that in. Course 312, so we're just going to go click and click. And winds aren't too bad. So we'll do a full flaps 40 approach. So put our VREF speed at 138, we'll tack on 5 to it, so we'll do 143 for our final VREF speed. Alright, so the engine's rolling back now. We're going to start dropping here. Momentarily, we'll see the diamond pop up right here. There it is. And we just wanted to stay in the middle, because that shows that we're right on the glide path. So nose is going down. About 1,600 feet a minute right now. And it'll just reposition itself. But I can get the auto brakes going. Look me, I'm dead. How are you, bud? Welcome aboard. France, it's pretty late where you're at. Probably middle of the night over there, 1 or 2 in the morning. Hope your day's going well. master caution. I think it's because of the fuel. Step away for 2 seconds. Alright, we're back. Alright, so at this point we're just going to monitor our speed, which we are actually over speed right now quite a bit. So we're going to go into detent mode. We want to be where this diamond's at. It's because of the tailwind right now. So just want to make sure we stay on path here, monitor the speed. Make sure it's falling back pretty nicely though. That needs to be on 2, not on max. And let's go ahead and get our altimeter for Houston. Dialed in 3011 on the altimeter. Speed's creeping up a little bit. And I'm already in detent mode. We don't want to go any really farther than that. So we're still over speed quite a bit, but that's fine. The engines are... I don't know why the engines are doing that, honestly. Could be my throttles. Let's see if this works. There we go. Okay, that should speed us down here. Go standard or off a standard altimeter. Just readjust our pitch there. We're a little bit high on our glide path. Yeah, it was definitely my throttles that weren't locked in all the way. Stay-tech throttles are awful. Alright, so the speed's figured itself out here. As my frames take a hit. We're going to pull out of flight detent. About 5 knots over speed. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, what boy? It's a pretty high learning curve for sure. These planes here, the ones that I fly, this is a modded airplane. It's a 737. It's fairly complicated. It's pretty true to real life. There's real life pilots that use this for training purposes. I mean, I've been doing this for a few years now, so I'm pretty well versed, and I still make mistakes every single time I fly. It's just inevitable. But once you learn it, it's not too bad. A lot of it's just memory. So, I thoroughly enjoy it. It's definitely challenging for sure, though. Check everything up top. Pressurization's good. So we're coming out of the flight levels anyway. Off scheduled descent. I don't know what that means. I'm wondering if it's because we changed our cruising altitude, but we put it in the FMC, so I don't know why that's there. I wonder if that's why the master caution went off. Good on fuel. We're still over 3,000 kilos, so we're good there. Tailwind's helping us out a little bit too with the fuel situation, so with 45 knot slight tailwind, we're actually going to turn right into it up here at about 38 miles or so. We're leveled off at 12,000 feet. We're going to hit our next waypoint and then we're going to drop back down. Still no ATC online. Actually, top of distance is going to be the next waypoint. So this little green dot right here. So once we hit this green dot, we'll start back down. Where's the quick save? Oh, there it is. Okay. AC noise is a little high. So I adjusted. Okay, so everything's looking good now. We're at a halfway decent speed. We'll have to get below 250 knots once we hit 10,000 since that is the restriction on that. We'll start descending here again at about 8 miles. Probably should be running through the checklist. Yeah, we don't need anti-ice. We are above freezing, and we're not in precipitation anyway. Something in here. There's our decel, so we're going to start back down for the diamond to hit the middle. That number to be at 0. They're already starting down anyway, but you want that number to be as close to 0 as possible. Let's put it that way. Actually, since we're landing so light, we can go auto brakes 1. Since we have basically no fuel, because I forgot how to put fuel in the damn plane. Alright, that's 10,000 feet. Landing lights can all come on. Yeah, just coming through. It's almost like a half downwind. We're going to go right through this line here. We're going to hit this waypoint, and then we're going to loop back around to the runway, and we'll vector ourselves once we hit that point. Just keep it on the speed. Make sure we're staying below 250. The winds are helping us out just a little bit. I'm going to give us a little bit of boards here just to make sure we stay below that threshold. Okay. I don't know what that is. Did it go away? Nope. Well, I really hope that goes away, because that's not normal. Like, it's only at certain angles. I've literally never seen that before. Alright. It's gonna be hella interesting if that comes back. There's Houston right there. Airport's gonna be, I think this is the airport right here. Is that the airport? No, that's not the airport. I think this is the
Thousand to go.
right here. Alright, looks like it's okay for now. Yeah, X-Plane's really finicky, Watt Boy. It's not the best optimized game, I guess we'll call it. Looks like it's working now. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Knock on wood, we haven't had any crashes in a while as far as like sim crashes, but it's written on some pretty ancient code, so that's why like everything, like all this scenery, this is all modded. The airplane's modded. Everything default in this is pretty potato, honestly. so we are 210 knots. We should be accelerating. Okay, guess I'll tell it to do it myself. I don't know why the plane's not behaving. I guess I should stow those. Probably doesn't help. Alright, so we'll just maintain this speed for now. Go ahead and get them.
Houston, Bush International, United 1067, taxi runway 15 left, Air Whiskey, Romeo Bravo, Whiskey Bravo, Whiskey Whiskey.
Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for landing.
Let them do their little announcements.
Before making our call descent, please check at this time, make sure seatbelts are securely fastened. Bring seats and trays up and locked and bring stow carry-on items. We also ask you to continue to set the stow off for electronic devices and
right.
Whiskey, service items and any other types you'd like to get rid of.
Throw your trash away.
Houston Harvey, Southwest 3554, short final, runway 31 left.
Nice, that's a plane that's ahead of me, but he's. I think this is him on TCAS right here. You can barely see it. Right there, it says the minus 46 right there. That's him. So he's on short final right there. It's obviously not going to be an issue for me. This is the airport right here. What do we need to find him? I always like trying to find the airplanes, the other aircraft before they land. I can't really see him though. There he is right there. Yeah, can't even see the airplane, can't even make it out. He's about probably 4,000, 5,000 feet below me. Aviator 787, how are you, man? Happy Sunday. Good to hear, man. Just getting ready to land here in Houston. I'm going to try to get a quick turnaround in and get into DFW. Alright, so pretty much on our downwind right now. So we're just going to loop around. We're going to land on this longer runway right here. I'm going to keep us at this speed until we make our turn. And we can get slowed down pretty easily. I am going to start taking us down, though. Take us down to 3,000.
Fusion traffic, Delta 454, flying from runway 33 right, 3
Aviator, thanks for the follow, bud. Appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Appreciate your support. What's the fix after the fact? Okay, so yeah, so I need to be at 4,000 feet, so we're gonna be going right over here. I wonder if I just want to go direct there now. I'm not gonna go all the way out here. It's too far. We'll see. Probably slow the rate of descent down a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna take us direct to Bunner. Is that gonna be too tight of a turn? I don't think so. Just got a PC a couple weeks back, flying in Europe. That's
Houston, Howley, Southwest 3554, runway 31 left clear.
And then, well, welcome back. As you probably know, this hobby's a labor of love, man. It's you got to get reps and you got to get practice in. So if you're airsoft, you're probably flying P3D. I have the Gyre A330 for this. It's an okay airplane. It's a great long haul airplane too. So good luck with your flights here in the States. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get us slowed down here to 170. And I'm gonna put this to 500. Yeah, man, Zebo's about as good as it gets, man. It's free. It's close to life as you're gonna get. I don't know if it's quite on the same level as PMDG, but that thing costs like what, $100, and this is free, so you can't really beat that. So the board's out here real quick. Just want to slow us down. Actually, what I can do is I can go flaps 5.
1,000 to go.
Be good. Those back, arm the speed brakes. It's gonna be a pretty tight turn here, so I just want to try to get us configured. Boeing licenses Zebo. Is Zebo actually licensed by Boeing? I'm not sure. It probably should be, honestly. We've got real world pilots that use this thing for training, so it wouldn't surprise me. Go ahead and get our starters over to continuous. Light on.
Oh, yeah.
Aviator, appreciate that host as well, bud. Thank you so much. Alright, so the fog has rolled in here, even though the METAR says the visibility is 10 miles, so it's interesting. Alright, so we're going to take that turn here. I'm gonna wait till we come out of the turn to arm the localizer. I think it's gonna do anything. It's only on the heading mode. So we're gonna arm our localizer. How far out are we? We're still 15 miles out. Probably going a little slow, but we'll maintain this speed for now. It's gonna be a little bit of a longer approach. Actually about 20 miles out. We're still on LNAV for now, so we should rejoin the magenta line here once we get lined back up. flaps 10. That's the localizer. Houston Hobby traffic, Southwest 3488, 15-mile final, 3-1 left. Alright, we can go ahead and arm approach mode. I got the airport straight ahead. Alright, gear down. Take us to 153. Let me just double check that speed. Sorry, 143. And flaps 15. Alright, flaps full. The sound stay. Is that a good or a bad Alright, so we're on the glide slope now. Good yeah, man. Audio Bird is the guy in charge of sounds, or at least he was. I think he left the project, but he did a fantastic job with the sounds on this thing. Alright, so landing checklist. Starter switches are on continuous. Recall checked, no master caution. Fuel still good. Speed brakes armed, light is on. Auto brakes set to 1. Gear down 3 green, flaps 40 indicated with green lights. Landing lights are on. Landing checklist is complete. There's rumors that Zibo was going to do a 747. They were going to take the default and kind of do the same thing. They're going to take the default 7.4 and kind of mod it to make it a little bit more realistic. Unfortunately, there's not a default 777. There's a really crappy flight factor 777, as I'm sure you know about. They're supposedly coming out with a V2 soon. I just don't have much faith that it's going to be out before Flight Sim 2020 comes out, but we'll see. And we'll keep the missed approach altitude at 3,000. Yeah, I mean, SSG came out with their 747 V2, but it did not get very good reception from the community. And yeah, Flight Factor supposedly is working on the V2 777, but there's no timetable or anything like that. Alright, it's about 5 miles out. Houston Hobby traffic, Southwest 3488, 5-mile final, 3-1 left. Vast Fabrice, appreciate the follow. Thank you so much, appreciate the support. Welcome aboard. My airplane, my throttles.
1,000 feet stabilized, missed approach altitude set.
1,000 feet, we are stable. Tamir UK, hello man, how are you? Happy Sunday. Engines are directly off our nose. So we're good there. Just gonna get back on center line here.
500. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Alright, versus out. Manual braking. Reversers stowed. And we'll exit right over here to the right. Probably should have got auto brakes too on that, but no big deal. Pull our flaps in. I appreciate that, guys. Every now and then I can butter one. Alright, we're just going to taxi straight ahead here, get our lights figured out here. Taxi lights on, APU on. Clear right, clear left. Appreciate the love chat, guys. And Tamir UK, thanks so much for the follow, bud. Appreciate your support. Welcome aboard. So we're gonna park here. We're gonna do a quick turnaround. I'm gonna take the A319 out. We're gonna go to DFW. Actually, we're not gonna go to Love. We're going DFW. So feel free to hang around for that. Engines switched over. Gonna take this gate right here. My flap's not going all the way. Boeing's better in some ways. Airbus is a little bit easier to get configured, I guess. Definitely with the automation. I will say Boeing has a better feel for it, in my opinion. I think just the landing a 737 just feels a little bit better, feels a little bit more authentic. But yeah, I fly both. I really don't have a preference. We do not have auto gate here, unfortunately. At least I don't think we do. Alrighty. Parking brake set. Kill the engines. I'm going to sign us off of that sim real quick. Flight directors come off. Seatbelt sign. They were off the whole time. Anti-collision off. All that can come off.
Flight attendants, please prepare doors for early arrival, Los Angeles.
Yeah, we're definitely not in LA. All right, Tamir, yeah, appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming by. Thank you so much for the follow again. Mondays and Wednesdays we're going to start. That's going to be my schedule. It's not going to be immediate. I'm thinking I'm going to wait until January. But Mondays and Wednesday evenings, Central U.S. time, I think is when I'm going to start. I'm trying to be a little more consistent with this. Hey, Treltine, appreciate the follow, man. Welcome. How's your Sunday going? All right, let's take a look at the replay real quick. Yeah, they gave me the right one way this time. Sounds bugged out. Not too bad. It started floating on me a little bit, so I had to slam it. Appreciate that so much, Aviator. That means a lot, dude. All right, let's go for the tower view. Appreciate the luck, man. Appreciate that time, Treltine. I don't know where my sounds went. Do a couple of wing views here, and then we'll switch over to the TOLUS. Sounds are working in the airplane, just not outside the airplane, apparently. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Alrighty. Let me load in. No, don't use X camera. Everything's default. I use default cameras. I have X camera. I tried using it before, but the default cameras work fine for me. You try line. Take care, man. Good luck on your good luck on your homework. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll definitely be around. We'll see you guys. Let me get over. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna restart the sim completely. And we're gonna load back into Houston Hobby. I just like to do a fresh restart, just in case. So I'm gonna step away here for about 10 minutes while everything loads in, and then we'll be back to take the TOLUS from Houston to DFW. So same flight time, about 45 minutes. But let me go ahead and do that, and we'll be back with you guys shortly. All right, we are back. Hopefully everything cooperates. I really hope the sound didn't get messed up. Why is my game capture not? I'm sure you guys actually want to see what I'm doing. Okay. All right, Total A319. I'm gonna have to do a full deal here on SimBrief real quick. Shouldn't take me too long. Here to KDFW. Make sure we actually put gas in the damn plane this time. Doop. All right, sounds, please work. Bat 1, Bat 2, I hear sounds. External power. And we are running BSS sound pack here, by the way, so sounds should be superb. Hey, Aviator, appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. We're gonna go up top. Nav for the IRS. And I'll let go auto. And emergency exit lights. Make sure my views are good. Okay. Let's mess with the panels here so I can see what I'm doing. Come on. Which, you can never see the first officer's side. Okay, mouse, really? There we go. Alright. Perfect. Let's go down here. We are Houston to KDFW. Bam. Align. Flight number today, American Airlines, 7488. Alright, let's see. Is this a Tolis? Yes, it's Tolis A319. In my opinion, it may be the best game in or the best plane in X-Plane right now. Next to the Zebo. Alrighty, let's go. SimBrief. What? They want me at 360? I don't even think I'm gonna get to 360. Okay, whatever. Cost index 49. Alright, we will attempt to get to 360. We may have a headwind, I think that's why. Alright, let's get our fuel loaded in here. Actually, before I do that, let's sign back onto VATSIM. Don't think we're gonna have any controllers. Okay. And go up here. Open our Tolis screen. Fuel for this flight, we need 7.3. Make sure we actually fuel this time. Perfect. And then our zero fuel weight 57.3. Apply. Center of gravity looks good. 57.3 confirmed. Fuel 7.3 confirmed. Good deal. being on fuel block 7.3. Perfect, all that's going to load in. So our takeoff weight's going to be 64.4. Pretty right on the nose for what SimBrief is asking for. Yeah, not the 320 from Flight Factor, Fabrice. I do have that plane as well. It's just the DFW scenery I'm flying into, it's already heavy on frames as it is, and the Flight Factor is notorious for being heavy on frames. So I'd be lucky to get 25 frames going into DFW with that plane. So I'd rather use that plane for a more performance-friendly airport. Let me go and get filed here real quick. Okay. Double check our weather. Alright, so departure out of Houston. We're probably just going to take 3-1 left again. Just double check the maps real quick, just make sure I'm on that side of the airport. Yeah, 301's going to be too short, so we're just going to have to taxi. It's going to be a little bit of a longer taxi, but we'll have to deal with it. 3-1 left. And then our departure is the Beltway 6 departure. Nope. Misclick. Right. And it's pretty standard. You just climb and go there, pretty much. So we'll vector ourselves since we do not have ATC on. Shouldn't be too difficult to do. Alright, so 3-1 left. Beltway 6 should be the CRIDE transition. It is. Insert that. And then our arrival into DFW. I thought I had a sneeze. I believe DFW is actually going to be landing north. And they almost 99% of the time are landing south, but I think the winds are favoring a northerly approach, and they are. So, I believe we're going to be landing on the 3-6s. DFW. Sorry, 3-5. We're going to just go 3-5 left. Right. Yeah, 3-5 left. The Brie 1 is going to be our star. That's the runway via CRIDE transition. It should just overwrite and do what I need it to do. Okay, yep, so that's going to be our initial climb out. We're going to manual over to Dreamer once we get to a good altitude. Beltway, CRIDE, over to the Brie transition. It's going to be a straight in approach. We're not going to have to do a downwind or anything like that. So this is going to be short and sweet. Perfect. Let's go to our performance page here. We got to pull up our TOLUS menu once again. Hey, Lonely Mister. Welcome back, bud. How's your Sunday going? Doing a little Sunday flying. Alright, so 46, 51, 54. $10 beers. Wow, dude, 10 beers over what time span? I guess in one day you'd still be pretty wasted, man. I'm surprised you're even able to turn a computer on and type. Alright, I never trust these flex temps on here. I usually go down 10 from what it tells me. We're going to go up 0.3 on the trim. And flex temp, we'll just do 53 on that. Okay, perfect. Pre-flight is essentially completed. We're still waiting on our IRS. It's a minute, so we should be good there. Altimeter is set in there. Our climb outs, I'm just gonna, sorry for the lag spikes if you guys are getting that. I think I'm loading in weather or something. We're just gonna go direct to 360, and that won't, the dot won't show up until this figures itself out. A.m. in Germany. Wow. Appreciate you staying up with us. Alright, we can go ahead and, our seatbelt's already on. We're gonna go ahead and cut the fuel pumps on. Start our APU. Less than a minute on the IRS. Let's go ahead and get that plugged in. Alright, perfect. IRS is up and running. Got all this set. MCP panel looks good. Go ahead and load our constraints in. I'm just going to wait for the APU to become available, and then we'll detach the gate and all that good stuff. Okay, APU is available. You can lose the gate. I guess there is auto gate at this airport. I just didn't go to an auto gate. An auto gate capable gate last time. APU bleed. You can hear the air coming through. Got our beacon lights, and let's see, we got to back up here. And we're gonna go nose right.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing. Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Guess I should run the fire test like a proper pilot. Perfect, and I guess I should turn my radios on too. We're already on 122.8. Alright, so we let him connect here. Apologies, I've got my dinner sitting here next to me, so I'm gonna try not to chew into the mic.
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Alrighty, so we'll wait for him to pull us up just a little bit off the ground so we can back up. It's kind of crazy. You see the nose.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Alright, parking brake off.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Alright, starter's over. Start number 2. That's the ground power cutting off. I forgot to do it again. Fabrice, you reminded me. I gotta change the project fly information up top. Appreciate that. Sorry, I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but you reminded me. All right, you guys listen to that while I fix project fly. Bus transfers on the power. Okay, that should refresh here in just a second. I don't know where my wheels came from all of a sudden. Alright, that's a good start for number 2, start number 1. Sure, PTU bark.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Park brakes up.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Disconnects. We're not arriving. Okay. Alright, it's a good start, number 1. Auto brakes set to max.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Flaps 1. Flight control check. Full right. Full left. Full back. Full forward. Right rudder. Full left rudder. Alright. He's holding the gear pin, so we know that the brakes are going to work. Switch the APU off. Taxi lights can come on. And that's pretty much it. Don't have to do really much else there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to taxi, we're going to take hotel, we're going to cross 31 right. And we're going to hit up Mike. Go all the way to 31 left. Brakes work. Wow, the brakes are sensitive, man. What the hell? I've got them set to normal, too. And should be clear that way. Yep. I think hotel's this way. Yeah, this plane for some reason is harder to steer than pretty much every other plane. Oh, that's Charlie. Oh, no, I missed the turn. Okay. Gonna loop back this way. My bad. I misread the charts. There's hotel. Yeah, the ground steering on this is super sensitive, and the brakes are super sensitive too. Alright, let's go ahead and check with the cabin, make sure they're good. Takeoff config is normal, no blue on the ECAM. Alright, so we're just gonna take this straight across. Alright, Aviator. Appreciate that, man. Oh, you're gonna grab a glass. Okay, sorry, I thought I misread that. You do that, dude. Alright, we're gonna hang a left here. Clear right, clear left. Okay, we'll take this pretty much all the way down. Welcome back. Alright, so before takeoff checklist, landing gear is obviously down. Auto brakes are set to max. Speed brakes are armed. Flaps are set to 1. Crew's been advised. Oops, okay. I like barely touched my joystick and it freaks out. Oh, thanks. Turn the terrain on. I don't think we're gonna need it. Oh yeah, -1. It's pretty cold, dude. It's pretty chilly here in Dallas. It's in the 40s today. Airplane lights on, takeoff, wing. Probably don't need the terrain. Texas is flat as hell. Alright, clear left. Clear right. God, these brakes are so sensitive. Alright, runway 31 left is verified. Throttle up, start the clock. Man flex 53. Takeoff power sets. Airspeed alive. It's 80 knots. E1 rotates. It's positive climb, gear up. Direct Dreamer and make that right turn. Go to climb mode. Autopilot on. That away. Flaps clean. Yeah, like I said, BSS did a fantastic job with this. Downtown Houston, just off our left nose there. It is ortho, it's the Fork Boy ortho. Maintaining 250 knots until we hit 2,000 feet. On a pretty good climb, 3,400 feet a minute. A little bit of a headwind. And as is probably one of the more boring flights you're going to see, it's literally pretty much straight into Dallas. Not a whole lot of twists and turns. Slowly start to increase speed, lower the nose just to pick up a little bit more speed. It's a pretty uneventful departure. It's just straight on out. All right, Aviator Man, appreciate you so much for coming in, dropping your follow, and sticking around, man. Good chatting with you. Definitely see you next time, for sure. It's just our, I believe it's our DME marker going off. And the ortho looks so fantastic too. I mean, hats off to Fork Boy for providing it all free for everybody, for us to all have, because it's pretty painstaking doing it yourself. So he's done a huge gift to the community for what he's done, providing almost the entire U.S. for free. Alright, so yeah, our top of climb and our top of descent's pretty much on top of one another. So we may get to 36,000 feet, but we're not going to be there for very long. Go ahead and let them move around a little bit. Here pretty soon. We're on the Bari 4, I think it was. Bari 1. So we're coming from Cride. It's going to just be, again, almost completely straight in. Now, well, is that the right arrival? Because it looks like they want us to land south. That's a problem. That is a problem. Why are they having me do the Bari 1 if the wind's... What the hell, send brief? See, I should have checked it. Shit, if I'm gonna change this, I need to do this now. Why would they have me... That's interesting. Yeah, see, the Whiny 4 is the other one that comes up. Where'd it go? I just saw it. There it is. So the Whiny 4, yeah, so this makes more sense. We need to change this. So let's go here. Arrival. Is it not going to let me? That's right, we got to do this first. Say we're doing 3. We're on 3-5 left right now. Okay. We need to go Whiny 4. That can stay the same. That can stay the same. Insert. Okay. Insert. Let's see what this does. Okay, that should be better. Yeah, because it was going to take us... the Bari 1 is a landing south only arrival, which wouldn't have worked because we're not landing south, we're landing north. So I'm glad I caught that when I did, otherwise we would have been in a little bit of navigational trouble. So with this, we're going to go straight in here and then straight into the 3-6s. And that is why you always brief your approach place. A lot of times you don't put your approach in until you're farther into your flight, but this is such a short flight that it doesn't make sense to do that. But at least we caught it. Finish my food here. So about 60 miles from our top of climb. Like I said, I think 360 was a little ambitious. That's a pretty high altitude for this route, honestly. Usually you're at about 30,000 feet max. It could be because of the winds aloft, though, because the winds in Texas have been kind of wild lately, so that could be the reason why. But most airlines do it just for fuel efficiency reasons. Just depends. But in my opinion, I don't think it doesn't make much sense for this route. Again, like, you're basically up and down immediately. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be at top of climb for like 2 miles. Our Houston tower just got on conveniently after we left. VFW tower is on though, so we'll at least have somebody guiding us in. Well, they're gonna give us clearance basically. So if that's the case, let me just double check our weather real quick in Dallas just to make sure. Yeah, landing north is what makes the most sense. Yeah, and they're landing north on flight aware as well, so we'll just assume that the real life pilots know what they're doing. Apologies for the lag. I think we're loading in more terrain up ahead. And my frames are dropping too. Just a little bit. I don't think we're gonna make 360 because we could be at less than 30,000 feet right here. Yeah, why not make it 360? I gotta remember how to do this. Where are we at right now? Pretty much at 320. Is this gonna work? I'll be loading in. Yeah, my frames are pooping right now. Alright, so we're gonna level up a 330 instead. Pull up our arrival once again, and our bottom out altitude is 4,000 feet. So we're at altitude, blah, 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 I know. So that'll slow us down. Oh, man. Okay, whatever, we'll start down now. It's not behaving. I think I did it too soon. That's fine. No big deal. Alright, so seatbelts. Come back on. Brakes to medium. How long will I be streaming tonight? Well, this will be my last flight on this. I'm probably gonna play something else after this. It may be NHL, it may be Call of Duty. Honestly, I'm trying to see if my friends are gonna get on or not, because it's gonna pretty much determine what I do. I will end the stream for sure once this second flight is done, and then if I decide to get back on, then obviously you'll just have your notifications on, and I'll pop back on. Right now, it's looking more like it's gonna be Call of Duty that I'll be on, but we'll see. I can't make any promises. Just put it that way. But this flight will be on the ground in probably about 20 minutes or so. Maybe even less, since it's a straight-in approach. So maybe 30 minutes, or 30-ish minutes, we'll say. Just a taxi and then watch replays and whatnot. Said, for those of you that are watching as well, I'm going to try to start streaming regularly at least flight sim Mondays and Wednesdays starting in January, because with holidays and everything like that, it's going to be tough for me to stick to a set schedule for now, but I'm thinking Mondays and Wednesdays starting in January will be my dedicated flight sim, and it'll be evenings Central Standard Time. It's US time, and I'm thinking around 7 p.m. That is obviously subject to change, but I think we should be fine with that. New Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. And Jonah, Lacey, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate your support and welcome aboard. Yeah, new Modern Warfare, I like it. It's got some bugs, obviously. It's got some issues, but I've always loved the Call of Duty series. Jonah, how are you? How's your Sunday going? Oh, good, man. Can't complain. Just flying airplanes on a Sunday night. Can't ask for anything better. We're getting ready to arrive here at DFW in Dallas. Oh, good. Yeah, that's where I'm from too. I live in the DFW area as well. This is my hometown flying tonight because we left left field, went to Houston, went back to Dallas. So yeah, I always enjoy the all kinds of aviation that we get to look at the DFW area. You got love field, you got DFW right next to each other. Okay, yeah, I'm in Frisco. I'm in the Frisco area. I know exactly where Keller's at. Alright, so speed's looking good. We're right in our descent path. So Airbuses are a little different. You don't get a little diamond here. You just get this little circle. So you just want to make sure the circle's as close to lined up with that yellow bar as possible. That just means you're on your proper descent path. You're not too high, you're not too low. And the plane usually does a pretty good job at adjusting itself to stay on path. Of course, headwind actually helps with speed management. Tailwind, you gotta just pay attention to things, because on our way into Houston we had a tailwind. I had to throw the speed brakes out a lot. But with the headwind, it's not really an issue. So we're just gonna continue straight in here. We're gonna go all the way to Hills. That'll take us down to 6,000 feet at Hills, and then we're manual from there, and it will take us straight into the approach fixes. So we gotta go into our performance page. I am not a real life pilot. I am not. It's kind of been a dream of mine, but unfortunately getting a private pilot's license is extremely expensive nowadays. But aviation's always been a huge passion of mine ever since I was little, because I grew up in the DFW area, so just watching MD-80s fly over my head all day long got me into it at a young age. Alright, so let's pull up our weather one more time for DFW. So our QNH is not showing up. Okay, I think we can actually go here. Why is this being so difficult? I want to see the information page. Why is it not coming up with the information page? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm having a hard time getting the altimeter right now, which is a slight issue. I'll find it though. $30.16. That's what I wanted. I can ask Tower to verify that. But that sounds right. Yeah, the other website I used didn't give me the altimeter for some reason, which is odd. I play Call of Duty on PC. I use mouse and keyboard. Jody said you're heading out of left field. Okay, flying out for business, I assume, since it's Sunday night. Yeah, left field's a little bit more smooth, I think, to get in and out of than DFW. Yeah, I guess it depends on what time of the day you're going, but I've had nothing but great experiences out of left field flying Southwest. Oh, the sim. Oh, okay, sorry, I took you literally. Yeah, left field's definitely a little less congested. Basically, it's just all Southwest that's in and out of there. Although Delta and Alaska have terminals there, but it's like 95% Southwest. Okay, anyway, I was trying to plug this in. That's why I got distracted. So we said 30, 16 on the altimeter, current temperature. This other side back. I'm having to go to a different site because this isn't working. Celsius, winds, okay, saying northwest isn't, okay, 310 and 11. And pull up our approach plate real quick. I gotta remember runway, 35 left. Why am I on Houston? I don't want to be on Houston. This is what I was looking for before. Okay, I just needed to hit enter. Okay, 35 left. Trying to get our decision height. Okay, yeah, decision height's 200 feet. Perfect. Check this real quick. Okay. Make sure our sounds are good. Okay. Virgin Atlantic. Virgin America, so Virgin, I believe, was acquired by Alaska Airlines. That's why Alaska flies Airbuses now, because they used to be exclusively 737s. But I'm pretty sure that's the airline that Alaska acquired. So super easy. We're just gonna go straight on right here, and then we'll hit our approach fixes. So pretty easy arrival. So this one says it's 6,000 feet, so we'll just do what it says. Just the approach plate says different. Oh, no, it doesn't. Where did I get 4,000 from? Okay, well, 6,000. Turn the seatbelts on, right? Yeah. So we're literally like 35 miles out from the airport. Maybe off the right nose, I think. You can't really see it from here. We're a little far out. Is that it right there? See some runways way out there in the distance. Random airport right there. Right, we're hitting altitude restriction here, and once we pass that, we'll jump down to 6,000. I think we're loading in terrain here. I use Swift. No, I use Xpilot. I use the newer VADSIM client. I was on Squawkbox forever, and this thing blows Squawkbox out of the water. Squawkbox is awful compared to this. As you can see, downtown Dallas way over there. And Love Field's gonna be... I think that's Love Field right there, actually. I can get my mouse situated. Yeah, it's Love Field right there. You can barely make it out. Alright, so we're just gonna continue straight on again, and then just a simple right-hand turn right into the approach fixes here. It should just be a straight and lovely approach into DFW. We'll see how the Aerosoft DFW behaves today with frames. We're in the Tolish, so it should behave. Like I said, that's why I want to see the flight factor up. I've got to be particular with the airports that I take it into because of the performance drawbacks on it. Double check our nav radio here just to make sure everything's dialed in correctly. Looks like it is. back to that waypoint now. And I'm just gonna plug 3,000 into that. I'll pop that in once we get to that Tande. Oh, I forgot to turn my lights on. Whoops. Just put them all on.
Laptop is stowed at this time, either in a bag under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bed. They may not be stowed in seat pockets. You may continue to use mobile devices as long as they're secured in your hand or pocket. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, please check around your seats for any remaining cups, glasses, or any other items you would like to discard, and pass them to the flight attendants as we come through the cabin. We will be landing shortly. Once we're on the ground, feel free to use your mobile devices while we pack you to the gate. Thank you.
DFW right there. Absolutely massive airport. It's like the 3rd busiest in the country. I believe top 10 busiest in the world, I know that. It's a huge international hub. American Airlines headquarters. Get that plugged in. So in the event of a missed approach, we're going to climb to 2,000 feet and then up to 3,000. Bound to that VOR. I'm not sure what that is actually. Then technically there's a hold. This is this hold right here. Of course there's no ATC on, so we would just loop back around ourselves in the event of a go around. And arm our localizer, and we captured it immediately, and then we'll go approach mode. Turn that on, and we go flaps 1. And I got the fields. On the glide slope now. Still about 15 miles out. Go ahead and go, well, what's our speed right now? Yeah, so we should be on approach mode. Let me just double check. We are. And our approach speed 139, so we'll shoot for about 144, 145. Drop our gear. Go flaps 2. flaps 3. Flaps full. Alright, landing checklist. Gear down 3 green indicated. Auto brakes are set to medium. Our speed brakes are arm. Flaps are full. Crew is advised. Landing lights are on. We're fully stable. And we're at our approach speed. Let the autopilot do its thing here for just a second, and then we'll take control here shortly. I see the oral alerts are so soft. I don't really know how to fix that. I don't know which one. They sounded fine before. I don't know why they're so soft. Could be. Oh, it's too loud. One of its systems. Oh no, not gonna worry about it though. Oh, that's DFW Tower. I forgot they were on. 126.55. It's really bad timing. DFW Tower, good evening. American 7488, short final 35 left. DFW Tower, good evening. American 7488, short final 35 left. I'm gonna disconnect if he doesn't get back to me. Yeah, I've been having radio issues in this plane actually. Alright, we're just gonna disconnect. Sorry about some. Alright, my airplane. Battery checked. Landing. Yeah, I got a little off center line. That's 80 knots. Manual braking. Take this first exit here. Bring the flaps in. radio issues in this airplane. I don't know what it is, but for some reason I can't communicate with ATC in this airplane. I gotta get it figured out. Because that's the second time in a row, like, I've tried to contact them, and, like, I'm on the frequency, I've got it all turned on, and it's not reaching them. It's really strange. Turn our brake fans on. Just gonna park with company over here. Spoilers are still up. Stop. Alrighty. Park brake on. Make sure my EPU is good to go. Alright, cut the engines. Power will switch over. There it is. That's just telling me that the brake fan needs to be turned on, which it already was. Turn off all this. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dallas Fort Worth International. This is the Aerosoft DFW. There is a new one that's under development. This is a really well put together airport. Like, I know this airport like the back of my hand because I go to it a lot in real life, and it's done pretty damn well. The problem is it's just performance. That's just the biggest knock on this airport. It's just, for whatever reason, it's just really heavy on the frames, which is why, like, I'll pretty much only fly the Tolus or the Zebo out of this because they just behave better. I can turn my beacon light off, actually. Anyway, you can see the Dallas skyline over there. Love Field is somewhere over this direction. But yeah, it's a solid airport for sure. It's really crappy on the front on the frames. Okay, so we already disconnected from VATSIM. I gotta get my radios in this thing figured out. Like, I don't get it because, like, I'm on VHF there. I'm on. Like, I've got all the radios switched to what they need to be, but for some reason it's just not playing nice in the Tolus. I gotta look on the forums and see what the deal is, because it was working fine with XPilot until recently. So I've got to get that figured out. Let's take a quick peek at that landing. It definitely wasn't as good as the first one. I got a little off center line, unfortunately. My door is open. Yeah, the wind just knocked me off just a little bit off. Well, actually, a lot off. We got it down, though. Slam the nose down. Yeah, not my best landing, unfortunately, but passengers don't know any better. Actually, let's go to tower. It's a little hard. Yeah, landing rate's 295. So it's a little hard, but it's not like I broke the landing gear. A couple of wing views. Good view over there. The skyline. smooth from here. I mean, you're going to get a little bounce every time. It's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be absolute butter from the cabin every time. Where'd my wheels go? What are they doing? Alrighty, so let's go back this way. Alright, well, that was the last flight of the evening. Couple good solid flights, couple short hops in. An okay second landing. I think it was a pretty good first landing. We'll be back on later this week for sure, like I said. So just, again, I'll repeat myself again. So Mondays and Wednesdays are going to be my tentative flight sim nights. That's going to be around 7 p.m. Central U.S. time is what I'm hoping to get going at least by January, which with the holidays and everything coming up, it's going to be tough for me to commit to doing that, at least in the month of December. But I will be on during the month of December. I just can't commit to a set schedule, at least for now. So definitely be on at some point this week. So definitely just turn your alerts on if you're a follower, and you'll know when I'm popping on. It'll usually be around the evenings Central Time, for sure. Sometimes I do really late night ones, so be on the lookout for that if that's something you're interested in watching. But thank you so much for everybody who stuck around. It's great talking to everybody in chat today. Appreciate all the follows. And we'll see everybody back on here in the next few days. So thank everybody so much for watching.